Between these two scores, 90 and 75, which one will you give to dad and which one will you give to mom? 90%, 75%.
90 for dad, 75 for mom.
Hello everyone, welcome to this amazing episode of First Class Exclusive Interaction with Young Minds. I remain your host, Alberto Luwafemi Azoba. And as you all know, this platform is basically having conversations with youngsters and having to know their thoughts about school life and life outside the classroom. In today's episode, our guest is a wonderful and a smart boy. He will be telling us his own view about classroom and life outside the classroom. So please sit back and enjoy this conversation. So at this moment, I would like our guest for today's episode to introduce himself to us.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Saleh Eugene and I'm here on Mr. Albert's show. And I would like to talk to you about my everyday school life.
Thank you. First of all, I would want to have your view because everybody has a reason for going to school. What's your reason for being in school?
I'm going to say career growth. It's going to help me with my occupation when I'm older as well.
Thank you for that. Now, the part you mentioned, occupation, I'm so interested in that. Now, for everybody to be in school, there is always a career. There is always an ambition. So I would want you to talk about what exactly you want to become in the nearest future and how would that help the present society. But first of all, tell us what exactly you want to be in the nearest future.
I would like to be a football player.
A football player. That sounds interesting. All right, so first of all, I would like to ask you, for the fact that you mentioned you want to become a football player, I would like to ask you, do you have a favorite footballer or a favorite team?
Yes, I do.
So can you tell us about that, your favorite team and your favorite footballer?
Okay, so my favorite team is Arsenal. And my favorite player is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, so I would want you to tell me maybe one or two reasons why you have chosen Ronaldo to be a favorite player. Because I know you've been watching him and you have reasons for picking him as your favorite footballer. So what can you tell us about Cristiano Ronaldo?
Well, he's very good at playing football. He has won lots of trophies. And everybody says that he's greatest of all time.
All right, that's the greatest of all time. Okay, and you've actually given us reasons why you've decided to choose Cristiano Ronaldo as your favorite footballer, and you said your favorite team is Arsenal. Now, I want to ask you, since you want to become a footballer, what are those things you can do when it comes to football? When you're on the pitch, what are the things you can do as a footballer?
Okay, I could pass the ball to the strikers to create more opportunities and goals. I could help the defense to stop conceding goals against the opponents.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, you've actually said some basic facts about being a footballer, which I really enjoy. So right now, I would want us to move a little out of this dimension, and that has to do with the classroom itself. So my question for you on this part is, in the classroom, or basically, let me ask you, what can you say about a classroom? What is a classroom to you?
A classroom is a place where you learn.
Okay, a place where you learn, and taking us to the part that which subjects in your classroom do you find the most interesting? which subject you find so exciting when it comes to having that class or having that lesson at the moment?
Social studies.
Social studies. I could remember back then that social studies is said to be the study of man and its environment. So basically, you want to know more about people around you and your environment in total, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Also, I would want to ask you again, since you've been able to mention the most interesting subject to you. Now, do you have a particular subject that you feel bored about or you feel challenging about? What subjects do you have that you feel challenging about when it comes to the subject you offer in school?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. Wow. I think I've heard several people talk about maths being challenging. But then again, maths, it's a very interesting subject. All you need to do basically is to follow the rules, follow your formulas, and get it done. So I feel you probably stay more focused and you get better in maths. Okay? So you've been able to tell us subjects interested in and the subject you feel a little challenging about. All right, so talking about your school now, your school environment, what is that thing you really like about your school environment?
The sports facilities.
The sport facilities. Can you please emphasize what can you just mention is it the pitch, the basketball court? I need to know which of the sport facilities are you referring to?
The track, the basketball court, and the football pitch.
Okay, the track, the basketball courts, and the football pitch. I'm very sure that you will so much like the football pitch because you want to be a footballer, right? All right, that's good. Okay, so I want us to talk about something now. It is something that we have everywhere. It is something that is trending, that has taken over, which has to do with technology. Now, talking about technology, what can you tell me about technology? What's your own perspective about technology?
Technology is the knowledge put into practical, usually in industries.
Okay, knowledge put into practical. Okay, I think I like it's constructive. Knowledge put into practicals, whereby you have people to be innovative and creative. Okay, can you tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4 things that is in existence as a result of technology?
Artificial intelligence.
That's the AI, right?
Yes.
In existence at the moment that has to do with technology.
The computer.
The computer, okay.
The smartwatch.
Smartwatch, thank you. So we have a lot of things that technology has brought to existence. We have, just like what you mentioned, we have the smartwatch, we have the computer, we have the television, we have lots more. So technology has taken over. And right now, technology also has an impact, a great impact, when we talk about the social media platform. Now, talking about the social media platform, do you have any favorite social media platform?
No.
You don't have any favorite social media platform. Can you tell us why?
I don't have a reason.
Pardon me?
I don't have a reason.
You don't have a reason. Okay, fine. He said that he doesn't have a particular social media platform, and I feel that actually happens. So in the comment section, if you think it is right for someone to not have any social media platform, you can give us your comment at the section. And if you feel that it's a must for you to have at least one social media platform to engage yourself in, you can also tell us about that. All right, so I will need to ask you this other question. Now, when we talk about if you have an opportunity to change some certain rules in your school, might be one rule. If you have an opportunity to change one, what would that be? If you have an opportunity to change, maybe you feel this particular thing they are doing at the moment, you don't like it, or they are not awarding more time for sport, or whatever it is, if it is in your classroom as well, what do you feel that if you were to be in that position, you would change? Do you have anything?
An additional 2 hours for sports.
Pardon me?
An additional
Sorry.
An additional 2 hours for sports.
Good. An additional 2 hours for sports. That's interesting. And I think you are saying this because you said football is your favorite sport and you always want to engage yourself in it. Am I right? All right. The last question I'm going to ask you, having to talk about electives in school. Now, which elective are you always interested to do most times in school? What elective do you always like to participate in?
Chess club.
Chess club. Wow. Chess club. I think that helps to exercise the brain and all of that. All right. So this is the last question I'm going to ask you for today's episode. Now, I'm going to give you 2 scores. Now, I want you to listen very well. I'm giving you a 90% and a 75%. Now, you have an opportunity to choose one for this particular question. Now, between these 2 scores, 90 and 75, which one will you give to dad and which one will you give to mom? 90%, 75%.
90 for dad, 75 for mom.
So you're giving 90% for dad, 75% for mom. Okay, can you tell me the reason why you're giving dad 90%? I just want to know the reasons why you're giving dad 90%.
Because he's the provider of the family.
The provider of the family. Okay, that's a good one. Apart from him providing, I'm pretty sure he cares, right? He checks on you. All right, so daddy is having 90% this time around. I think it's a good one. We've been having back and forth with dad, but this time around, I think it's a good one. So we have come to an end of today's episode, and first class exclusive interaction with Young Mind have a little gift to give to our guests for today, because it's good having you here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on our show. Thank you for gracing it. So first class has this for you, and we have this for you. All right, so I would want to ask you if you have anything to say to your peers out there. Maybe you have an advice to tell your friends or your peers.
I want to say, watch the show.
They should watch this show. That's a good one. Watch this show, because this show is interactive, it's educative, but it is all in one. So watch this show, as he has said. All right, so today we have come to an end of today's episode. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, on X, and subscribe to this on YouTube, like and share the videos. Thank you very much, and stay blessed.